please be advised there are spoilers ahead related to the property being watched and or discussed. Hello! Welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Ashamoji TV. My name is Asha. This is where I like to watch, react, and just give my 2 cents about a couple of properties related to sci-fi and fantasy. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you my condensed reaction to episode 13 from the 7th season of Supernatural, titled The Splice Girls. I almost said Spice, but with the wordplay there, it's Splice Girls. But before I share with you my reaction to this episode, let me give you somewhat of an informal recap as to what I've understood so far from my last binge watch of episodes 10, 11, and 12. So, episode 10, My Beloved Bobby Dies. It's a fantastic episode, though, as heartbreaking as it was. Rufus came back, and that was wonderful. But overall, I'm still kind of in shock and in grief over Bobby's death, which leads into episode 11, and my great disappointment as a viewer as to how they treated his death. There was no Hunter's funeral for him. Sam and Dean barely spent 5 minutes of screen time grieving over Bobby. I don't know why the writers did that. Instead, they dived into a new monster of the week kind of thing. They were called Vitellas, and that was all right. And then we were introduced to this hunter and his daughter, who in the end ends up saving everybody. I'm pissed at that episode. I don't know what's going on with the writing there, and I could see why perhaps this is the least favorite season for most fans, because so far it's it's at the bottom actually right now because of episode 11. And then thankfully in episode 12 things picked up a little bit in terms of the mood. We have Dean battling the god of time, Kronos, in 1944. Nicholas Lea guest stars, so that was cool to see a mashup of an X-Files actor with Dean Winchester in Supernatural. That was cool, and it brought a smile to my face, and thankfully Jensen's performance and some of his comedic beats there in the episode helped a lot. But overall, I'm pissed about Bobby. I'm pissed about the fact they didn't treat his death the way I expected it as a fan, considering this is an actor that's been on the show since the get-go. And that's that. But regardless, here is my reaction to episode 13, The Splice Girls. Well, shooting in Vancouver, you definitely don't have to fake rain. For the most part, anyway.
Barb, that you?
No. An intruder. With a knife. Let's see how gruesome this particular man's death is going to be. Because it looks like the lead up is going to be epic. Oh, wow, yes. Oh, he's getting gutted or slashed. Oh, no, he's getting branded. They cut off his feet? That was good. Is it sad so far that the majority of the episodes have the best opening but terrible narrative for the most part?
Morning. Is that Bobby's? I don't know you kept that.
Hey, mine's from the lake. This is grief therapy. Kind of like you and your wild goose chase.
Wild goose chase?
Yeah.
Grief
4
therapy.
guys murdered in 2 weeks. Hands and feet cut off.
Oh, his hands too, huh?
Grown men thrown so hard they went through walls.
I didn't notice that.
Did you even read the article?
No, I was napping.
Well, anyway, what else you got going on?
You got episode fillers to give.
Latest, but probably not the last. You guys always work this way?
Oh, hours suck. Yeah, but great benefits package.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, 10% copay on all drugs.
Seriously?
And to think he's lying through his teeth on that.
Kelly wanted him to suffer.
And all Vicks are male, right? They're with the same kind of artwork as this?
Yeah, identical.
So, DNA left any of the scenes?
All of them. One before this, the guy bit the attacker. Still had a chunk of flesh in his teeth when he came in. That's about as good as it gets. Samples were rejected. The genetic markers don't match anything we've ever seen.
Didn't mention the person in the database.
No, I mean, they don't match anything human.
Oh, yes! Non-human entity, bring it on.
Let's get a bite to eat, go back to the motel, haul out the laptop.
That's a great idea. Actually, that's a brilliant idea. Here's my counter. You do that, I'll go undercover, go mingle amongst the locals, and see what kind of clues bubble to the surface.
You're going to a bar.
Wow. If you want to oversimplify it.
That's not oversimplifying. But it kind of is for the sake of... Oh, yeah, okay. That's a nice bar. My kind of bar.
Fine. Except the movie was humans had to be.
Dating, right? Ugh.
What's the option? I don't see settling down anytime soon. Nice suit, by the way.
The close-up on her
Honestly,
eyes.
not much.
Goo-goo eyes.
Yeah, well, it's a conservative line of work.
What line is that?
Investment banking.
Oh God. I hear the hours like a day.
Yeah.
There's money to be made. You want to move this conversation elsewhere?
Yes, obviously. Oh, wow, we're actually getting an episode where Dean gets lucky. And who's this guy? Okay, whatever. Wow, how'd she do that? Like, she flew him across the room. This song helps. Because, I don't care for love scenes. Okay, I see. Dean gets lucky. That guy is getting unlucky. Is he going to feel guilty that he was doing this while somebody was getting killed? Is that what this is for?
You look like crap. Yeah, well, I feel worse than I look. They recommend the cobalt, by the way. Awesome night. Mr. Core, very early slaughterhouse.
FBI. Guys, this is Charlene Penn. She's the lead on the case.
More of the same. No forced entry, thrown across the room, made to suffer.
This guy just like the last one. Early 30s, decent looking.
Yeah, just like the first three, fairly successful, no known enemies. Fair.
Successful, no known enemies.
How can I help you?
I was just trying to find out what happened. Jerry was a friend.
I'm very sorry Jerry was killed sometime last night. You know anyone who would want to harm Jerry?
No, he's the nicest guy in the world. Well, his wife wasn't real happy with him.
What was that?
A few nights ago, he has a little one-night fling. Anne found out, took off, but she would never do anything like...
Yeah.
Or maybe she would hire someone. Some black magic. Hire some creature.
Neighbor said Vic's wife caught him cheating.
Yeah, but we're not thinking that's the wife.
Not unless she benches 350 into the other guys as a warm-up.
Shoot. I let Bobby's flask over to Lydia's.
Lydia?
My workout partner from last night.
Oh, he actually remembered her name.
So
Good
not
for
only
you.
do you know her name, you're actually going to...
Like me.
Oh, sweet, she gave you her number.
They always give you the number.
Oh.
Hello?
Lydia. Hey, it's Dean from last night.
Uh-huh.
Listen, I think I left something over at your place. It was an old
Attitude.
flask. Doesn't look like much, but it has sentimental value. So, have you seen it?
No. But if I do, I'll call. Sorry, I gotta go. Just real busy at the moment.
Oh.
Okay.
She's real busy.
Sam's face. What? Next.
Fascinating. Truly. And
Dean.
actually, rather accomplished draftsmanship.
Yeah, to get past the fact that it was carved into a guy's body.
Well, it appears quite ancient.
Well, that narrows it down.
A corrupted version of symbology associated with worship. Definitely an obscure regional script. Ooh, this will require some research. I've spent entire sabbaticals on a project like this.
Professor, we have a serial killer on our hands.
Your government needs you, sir.
That's a good way to implore him.
God, where'd you find this guy?
He's supposed to be a top expert in his field.
Yeah, well, when his field includes things that go bump in the night, he's gonna be worth the breath we just wasted.
But Bobby's not here, so we're settling.
Yeah, we sure are. Damn it, why hasn't she called?
Who, Lydia? Wait, so some girl's actually dumping you the morning after?
I think you're enjoying this a little more than you need to.
No, I'm loving it.
They're getting the flask.
I'm loving it. It's not every time we see this. It's been a while, right? So.
Anyway, I left that flask over here the other night.
Yes, I found it. So beat up and old, I almost tossed it.
Yeah, the guy it belonged to was beat up and old too. I was very close with him, and I'd hate to lose it.
Just that. Really busy. Here you go.
Oh, wow. See why you're busy babysitting, huh?
No.
It's Dean's baby!
Did you tell me you had a little girl?
There's probably all kinds of things we didn't tell each other.
What's her name?
Emma,
Hi, Emma. Well, I hear they grow like weeds.
you have no idea.
Oh. Sorry. I gotta take this. Get anything out of horse?
No, not yet. Look, would you get back here? We're due at the crime lab. Dean?
Hang on.
Hey, look, why don't you just...
She can talk. Oh my gosh. She ends up having a supernatural kid.
Hello?
I'm coming back.
Unless they're gonna make it where he doesn't know that's his daughter. Or maybe it's not his daughter.
Going to a wall so hard, he's got pieces of plaster lodged in his skull.
What triggered the Fed's involvement in this case?
No, actually,
I just figured it was the similarity to the other cold cases. If it's the same killer, then he crossed state lines, that would bring you guys in.
Well, that's exactly right.
Nice save.
No, whatever. You're gonna have to wrap this up. Your case isn't the only one we're working on.
Okay, Captain.
You get used to it.
The Cobalt Room.
Yeah, it's pretty well known. Looking to hook up, it's a pretty good place to be.
I've heard.
Vic number 2 is there. And according to his security guard, he left with a hot girl. 2 days later, he's an obituary.
Ah. Connection,
Busted
connection.
marriages, flings
Okay.
with unknown women, that kind of thing. All just before they got offed.
Thanks.
And Dean was there. So. Okay. I'm connecting the dots here. Women luring men. Getting pregnant. Somehow.
Is Emma ready?
Yes. Come in.
Yeah.
Dude, you never showed.
I'm outside Lydia's.
Oh, come on, man. What are you obsessed or something?
I'm telling you, I have been eating at the buffet of strange all afternoon. What's up on your end?
Apparently, there was an identical murder fest 2 years ago in Chicago.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, as a personal kicker, here, at least some of the Vicks hooked up in that bar you went to, the Cobalt Grill. So just saying, man, you dodged a bullet.
Gotta go.
Or did he? I guess it's gonna catch up with him at some point.
Emma, hurry up.
Okay, yeah. Something's going on there. She's growing up. Oh no. Or as I said before, maybe it's not Dean's kid. Maybe she slept with someone beforehand.
I mean, so maybe she has another kid she didn't tell you about.
Nope, just the one. Emma. But that night, when I was with her, she didn't have any. And I was at her place, man. There was no playpens, no blankets, no rubber ducks.
Right. Like you haven't focused on that kind of thing.
Boom. Baby.
Yeah, the one you thought talked.
Oh, we talked. And not baby talk either.
Now you know so much about child development.
I know enough to know that they don't say, hey, Mom, who's that guy? Dude, I know weird, okay? There was no non-weird explanation for this. This morning, Emma was a baby. By sunset, she's Hannah Montana. Early years.
Hannah Montana. I used to watch that show.
On this special night, you join an exceptional family. You're ready to take your places alongside us and learn our traditions. This is a tribute to the one who created and protects us. Go ahead, Emma. You need to eat.
What are they eating? I hope it's beef jerky. Somehow I doubt it.
It's ancient, regional, very difficult to identify, but I managed to find a match. According to myth, the coupling of Harmonia and Ares, the god of war, produced the Amazons.
The Amazon.
Like Wonder Woman?
No, like a tribe of warriors. They actually existed. The comic books, they're just silly perversions.
Themyscirans.
They had an exclusively female culture, no use for men whatsoever, except procreation.
All the Vics were male.
So you said, with this symbol carved in their chests.
And their hands and feet cut off.
Now that is interesting.
Caught our attention.
After they were impregnated, they killed the male, first cutting off certain body parts.
So that means Dean's next. If he's the father, I don't know why I'm in denial, but...
And who are they? They're after us, is what they are. Remember that cross-country murder spree those crazy brothers went on a couple months ago? That's them.
FBI
That scratches
agent.
the surface. There's thugs. Vigilantes. The one is already scheduled to be taken care of. Just simply add the other one to the agenda.
Well, that's convenient for her job. Hopefully Sam will pick up on her.
You got anything?
Yeah. There's this whole crazy side to Amazon lore that Professor Morrison didn't even mention.
It's because he doesn't believe in it, which is a real handicap when you're trying to deal with it.
Apparently there was this long bloody war. The Amazon population was decimated, so they made a bargain with Harmonia to replenish their ranks and make them stronger. They became more than human. Harmonia turned them into monsters.
Did you kill them like humans? Or is it some kind of trick?
Doesn't say. No idea. I guess it could go either way.
Well, that's helpful. What else?
Oh boy.
After mating, they gave birth within 36 hours. Babies grew incredibly fast, then the aging process became normal. And we know for sure that at least some of the Vics hooked up with strange women days before being killed Amazon style.
Hooked up in the same bar I met Lydia, right? And then suddenly, she's got a little baby in, like, fruit fly time. That baby turns into a little girl just as fast.
Wow. So maybe you're
Don't say it.
You're a dad!
But Dean, dude, seriously, one night stands, you're just gonna roll the dice, you don't even...
Of course not. Sam, what do you think, I'm brain dead? Accidents happen.
So he doesn't know if it broke or not.
We are so pleased with your progress. You are absorbing the traditions of our mothers, and you are close to fulfilling your tribal destiny.
She's a full-blown teenager now.
Soon you will take the final glorious step into adulthood. Today you learn how to endure pain and how to inflict it. Fight it.
So, it makes sense why the Amazons all want to hook up with decent-looking, successful guys.
Oh, they're picky about the gene pool?
Right. So, what was Lydia doing with you?
Well, she may or may not have thought I was a rich investment banker.
Well, that's how they play it, right?
Say,
Yeah.
these papers just moved.
What?
I didn't touch them.
I don't remember the papers at all. Oh, great. Now you have a spirit?
It's all over the place.
How many things are they putting in one episode? What the hell is going on here? It's a little too convoluted.
Oh, and power lines by the open window where there's a breeze that can move the papers.
Did you feel a breeze?
Doesn't matter, Dean. The readings are useless.
Hey, maybe,
We burned him, Dean.
so what?
So what are you suggesting?
I don't know, what are you?
Concentrate on something else.
Why?
Because it's not body.
Could be.
No, it couldn't be.
Why not?
Because we want it to be.
It's Bobby.
Really?
Go on, Dean. You stay here. Keep the door locked. Don't go anywhere. I mean it.
Fine.
What, is it Lydia? Okay, based on his reaction, it's not.
Hi. You don't know me, but my name is Emma. I need your help. I think I'm in trouble and you're the only person I can trust.
Why?
Because you're my father.
Uh-huh, and you left because?
He's so weirded out.
They stick you in there. And you trust them. It's all you know. And you don't question what they want you to do. Terrible things. That's why I had to leave. I don't want to be like them.
Okay. Come on in.
I'm holding out hope here that this is happening here. He has a daughter.
Okay. Let's assume that you're not like them. Yet. What do you want me to do?
Get me away from here. They told me you're a hunter. So maybe you understand about me. Maybe you can protect me. Just long enough so I can get away. And then I'll leave you alone.
You get this isn't a normal situation, right?
How would I know? 3 days ago I wasn't even alive. Now here I am. My mother threw me into that place. And my father... Well... You get this is my last chance to have anything normal ever, right?
I swear, if they have Dean hide her away and we never see her again.
Oh, well, here's a new twist. It repeats the conventional lore. Amazon warriors mate with males, the males are murdered, yada yada. But according to this, it's not the women who do the killing. Instead, a ritual of initiation requires that the child born of the mating process must kill her own father.
Don't have Dean kill his daughter. Oh my.
You look exhausted.
And starving. It's been a tough sweet 16. So you believe me? You'll help me?
Detective.
Oh no.
Agent, you're here late.
Yeah, listen, can we talk in the morning?
What's your hurry?
Can we not, I guess?
Sam Winchester.
Or I can just, throw you across the hall. Ah, that's my boy. Right in the gut. Or in the heart? Wow. Okay, that's an overly smashed phone. It barely dropped.
Look, I know this is gonna be hard. But if I'm gonna get out, I have to do it now.
You got cheese and a leftover burrito.
Doesn't make a difference.
Take the cheese. Mm-hmm.
You were asking if I believed you.
Can't con a con man. Right, Bobby?
Almost worked. I was expecting your mother.
I have to kill you.
Is that what they told you?
It's what I am.
Well, then I should just kill you right now.
Sure. But you could have done that 30 seconds ago. It's weirdly hard, isn't it? It is for me.
Knock it off.
How could it not be? You're my father.
Hey, we're not gonna do that.
But it's true. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for you. You know what? So far, my childhood's been kind of disappointing.
You haven't killed anybody yet, Emma. Walk away.
Please don't let him hurt me.
Is that really gonna work? I'm gonna wait till the end of the episode. Let's get this done.
They're gone.
What did you say to me? When I was the one who choked, what did you say about Amy? You killed the monster.
I was going to.
How the hell?
That's his daughter!
Look, man, she was not yours. Not really.
Actually, she was, really. She just also happened to be a crazy man-killing monster.
Your head's not in it, man. When Cass died, you were wobbly, but now...
Now what? Oh, what, you're dealing with it so perfect? Yeah, newsflash, pal. You're just as screwed up as I am.
It almost got you killed. Now, I don't care how you deal. I really, really don't. But just don't get killed.
I'll do what I can.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means I'll do what I can, alright? You can shut up about it.
Stop. It's the worst episode of Supernatural. Hands down. The worst episode. I need a moment to calm my own self down so I can articulate myself without sounding like I'm yelling or overly ranting. So, yeah, some of those thoughts are coming up. Well, I hope this is the first and last time that I am going to express myself more on the negative end of things. Because I really do try to, look at the glass half full, no matter how bad the episode gets. I really do try. But in this case, I can't. I just can't. It was a travesty. Aside from the possible part of Bobby being a spirit and he's haunting them, so to speak, aside from that possibility, the entire story was such a waste of potential. And I think using a character who ends up being Dean's biological child, regardless of the monster factor. In fact, if anything, it's kind of clever that she ends up being a monster because of the fact that this is a supernatural show. They hunt monsters, and how interesting, his first child he ever has ends up being half monster. But then they threw it out the window. And you have her uncle, Sam, shoot her, kill her, and then totally dumb down Sam as a character by having him justify it by, oh, you told me, you killed monsters with Amy Pond, and I had an outburst about that moment, or at that moment, because it's not the same thing. Amy Pond was your high school crush or whatever for a fucking day. this is Dean's offspring that you bring into the show and you kill her off. Oh my god, like, that's effed up, people. That's effed up. Terrible episode. Terrible episode. Like I said, aside from the whole possibility with Bobby, which is the only anchor of, like, curiosity I have now left with the season, because this is just the saddest thing I've ever seen. Like, why even do that? Just why even bother? This is a show about family, about the power that love within a family bond has, and then you just completely almost mock it in a way with this temporary one-episode daughter of Dean Winchester? Like, okay, I'm not going to continue on harping on because I'm just going to get angrier and angrier. But I will say that the most notable scene, most memorable scene, because it will be forever stamped in my brain as the main scene that I take from this episode, hence it's the worst episode of Supernatural I've watched. And I didn't think anything could top episode 14 of season 6, but this is now king. It's the scene where they kill young Emma, and that's it. Hello, Dean's daughter. Goodbye, Dean's daughter. All in one shot. Such a waste. Such a waste. So because the whole thing with the possibility with Bobby being a spirit was introduced, I won't give it a complete 1 Ashamoji, because that part is intriguing, despite certain aspects of it being possibly upsetting, depending on where I think they're going with it. Therefore, it's like, I don't even want to give it a 2, because 2 is okay. But it's not okay. This episode is far from okay. So yeah, no, it's gonna stay at 1. It sucks. It's a sucky-ass episode. There you have it. That's my reaction to episode 13. I am crossing my fingers that episodes 14 and 15 will be a lot better. And if they're worse, well, they're worse. And it seems like I'm going to have to just brace myself for watching this season be a catastrophe. Because it's repeatedly being mentioned from one comment to another that this season is terrible. In any case, I hope you've enjoyed this video for whatever it's worth. I am not looking forward to editing my reaction to this video, because then I have to look through the episode as I go. Anyway, share your comments below about your thoughts regarding this episode. Any tidbit of trivia about it would be helpful. And if you want the uncut version of my reaction with extra commentary, details about how to go about getting access to that is in the description box below, as well as details to support this channel if being a club member is not your thing, but you do want to see me continue to grow on YouTube. But aside from all that, I am peacing out, tuning out until my next reaction to Supernatural. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe and check out my other videos.